What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be trying to increase the Feca's set. From our last Let's Play episode, if you guys did miss it, please go ahead and watch it. I was talking about trying to upgrade the Feca to a more sustainable set, as we were just pure agility. So I'll quickly go over a set which I have in mind, which I have actually gone ahead and made on Dofus Book, which is a really good website for making sets. Now, looking at it from a standpoint, I think personally it is a really nice set. It's well rounded, it's got everything that we need, especially for PVM style, and the damage output is pretty nice as well. So we'll just go over why and what items we actually have on here. So we're going for the Hurtful Locker set, which is something that I anticipated beforehand. The reason why is because this set gives a nice 1 MP bonus, and throughout the actual the whole of a set as a whole, it just gives really nice intelligence and agility based stats. Now, that was one thing I was keeping in mind, is does that mean I have to stick to agility and intelligence? And I was thinking, if I go for a high lock, which as you can see, this set is comprised of 110 lock maximum, which is really nice for my level. I was trying to utilise our repulsion glyph. Now, how repulsion glyph works is, let me just go back into game. Here we are. So repulsion glyph is essentially it's a glyph which inflicts fire, water, air and earth damage to those around the cell. So ideally what we would do is bring everyone in, so all the enemies in, and we would lock them. And now we're a Feca, we can actually reduce damage massively with rampart or even fortification if we needed to. And essentially that means the enemies wouldn't really be able to deal a lot of damage, but we'd also be able to dish out a lot of damage. So that's the idea behind the set. Go back into it. So yeah, to make up for the lack of strength and chance, I've gone for a deceitful set. Now this set is really nice because it gives some really good bonuses as well. Unfortunately, just obviously is not having a full set. It is 2020, which, you know, it could be better. I think, let me just double check to see if the deceitful set has, I think it's for heart. Oh no, it's for belt, I believe. The belt and the belt. So the belt is literally the only item which we would be missing, but the set bonus is really, it's not that good. It's just an extra 10 on each, and it gives 5 lock. But I would rather have the Hurtful Locker set bonus of 1 MP. Now the reason why I want that 1 MP is because I have actually put a Jack and APs on here. As we are using 2 sets, we can't actually use a shaker because of the 2 set overhaul. So yeah, that's the reason for using the ambusher set. I haven't actually looked at the damage on the spells actually, so this will be quite cool to see. Shield wise, we've gone for the assay shield due to the obviously the lock. Ring, obviously the Gelino, which we've already got. The pet, which is probably going to be the most expensive, is the Young Wild Boar, 70 power, 40 locks, and that's just maximum fed. At the moment, I've seen some in the market for around 200,000, and that's with 0 stats. So to actually get that to max level, it's going to cost a lot of money. So what I'm either going to have to do is just look around for a cheaper one, or even try swap it out for something like a Drago Turkey or a Rhine-Eagle. A Rhine-Eagle would be really good because that would give us to 11 AP. But Rhine-Eagles are very expensive on this server, and they are quite limited as well. So it's just, you know, it's something that I have thought about, but the Young Wild Boar seems to be the cheapest option and probably the most sustainable as well. For the cape, we've gone for the Ancestral Treeknid cape for that extra initiative, bit of power, bit of damage, and the strength and chance as well to make up to 200 on each. And then just for the trophies, because we obviously are using a lot of sets, we can't actually equip many trophies, so Coward Dofus, obvious reasons. Locker for the extra lock, Instigator for the initiative, Jack and APs. We can obviously get rid of that because we do have an Any on our team, which would provide 2 AP anyways, to have 11-5, which would be nice. But I'm okay with 10-4 for now. We'll see how it goes when we make this set. And then just the Air Destroyer for some extra damage. So the resistances are really cool. I think the resistances are really nice, and the fixed damage overall is brilliant. So that means the fixed damage essentially is damage that can't be reduced. So if we were to lose stats, we would still be dealing this amount of damage regardless. So it is really nice to have. Resistance wise, again, pretty decent for my level. I think obviously while making this set, it's going to get us pretty high. So I think I won't have to change this set out for till about 150, maybe 150, 160. So I'm really happy to go ahead and spend everything I've got onto this set at the moment. So let's go have a look and see our weapon damage. So weapon damage, wow, that's really nice actually. So average damage, you're looking at about 264, and that's with weapon skill, which is really cool. I don't know if it changes automatically. Anyways, so yeah, that's actually really nice. I'm liking that. So the weapon is actually, I think it's neutral damage and water damage as well. Pretty decent. Let's go for spells now. This is the most important bit. So spell wise, what you can do on this website is actually look at every single spell that you have, and you can kind of see how much damage you would be laying out, which is really cool. So let's just go from the Typhoon. So average, we're looking at about 110, which is pretty decent considering at the moment we're probably doing about the same amount of damage, if less. Nice. Bubble. Again, Bubble's a 2 AP spell, so we can't go wrong with that. Swelling. I don't think we would use Swelling. I mean, we could swap Swelling out, but I'd rather just have the Bubble. Aggressive Glyph, really nice. We would actually probably switch to Fulminating Glyph, as it has a really nice bonus. Lethargy, pretty decent. That's really good damage as well. Cloudy Attack, yeah, pretty decent. But as you can see, everything is around the 100s. So if we stick on this 10 AP, then when we obviously apply that 2 AP bonus throughout any, we will have 12 AP, which means we can use a lot of these 3 AP moves up to 4 times, which is a lot of damage. Now this is a big one. Glyph of Repulsion. Now, I just think that damage, without being buffed, is pretty nice. And that's for, I think it's 1 AP. Just double check. It's 2 AP. So 2 AP to deal that much damage. And because of our lock, we're pretty much always going to be doing that. Burning Glyph, pretty decent. One thing I wanted to look at is Blinding, because that actually reduces AP by a lot. And if we look at our Wisdom, we're going to be AP reduction 22, so it's not too bad. That's obviously due to the coward. For the last Dofus, I'd probably just add like an AP reduction trophy. Just for that extra, or maybe an MP reduction. I'd probably say MP because of the lock as well. So let's have a look. MP reduction would be under mobility, and we would have to equip. Is there even an MP reduction one? I thought there was. Oh, here we go. So yeah, level 100 MP reduction. There we go. So that's plus 6 MP reduction. So that would probably be the final build, is what I'm looking at. So yeah, the MP reduction would be good, because if we could basically remove some MP, that actually increases our chance for them for the enemies not to be able to move, which obviously makes our Glyph of Repulsion really nice. One thing I must point out is obviously 0 range. The idea of this set is to obviously get close, so I'm not too focused heavily on range, and especially not being PvP based, it's not something that I would have been like, oh, we need to do this. Rampart, yep, pretty nice. And I think that's it. I mean, everything's pretty self-explanatory. Leak Pie, I guess. I mean, Leak Pie is amazing damage, wow, 130. But yeah, as you can see, this is just an all-around pretty decent set. Now, obviously the issue with it is it's going to be very expensive, but I have managed to acquire one piece of a set. I mean 2 pieces of a set, sorry, which is the Hurtful Locker Belt, which is really nicely merged, and the Gelano, which is Vitality merged. Now, the only issue is, obviously, we've got to start selling, buying, and just try and craft what we can. So this episode is going to be a case of just trying to fulfill the set which I have just shown you, in order to try and make it as cheap as possible, and hopefully some tips and tricks along the way for you guys to go ahead and try and get your own set as well, because I do find that a lot of set making guides aren't necessarily focused on what to do to make it more efficient. It's just go to the market, buy it, and that's it. But utilize your professions. You know, some of these set items that I'm looking at are around level 100, 104. I've got 107 shoemaker. I can actually make the boots, which, you know, all I need is the supplies, and I can make the boots, which is probably a lot cheaper than buying them. So the issue is with the boots, obviously the mats are really expensive. So what I'm going to do first is actually check the market. The reason why is because it could be cheaper for me to buy them from the market and then made them myself. So hurtful locker. So yeah, there's a helmet. That is ridiculously overpriced, and the boots are also ridiculously overpriced. Yeah, so 600. That's 600,000. So if we can buy the mats for under 600,000, then we're pretty much on to a winner. Now, because I haven't actually been to the Enyarada portal or the Enyarada dimension, it's going to be quite costly for me. What I would advise doing is, if you wanted to get a set like this, I would go farm the mats yourself by going to the Enyarada dimension, for instance. And to do that, you would literally get a dimensional. Let me just get the recipes up. So to go to the Enyarada dimension, what you would do is consumable market, buy a dimensional voyager's potion, and with that potion, you would double click it and it will send you to the tower. I'll just actually do it just to show you guys. Now at this tower, you've got four different destinations. That's Enyarada there, as you can see, it's like filled with gold. You've got the Shram one, the Ekaflip one, and what is that one? What is that? Zelor, I believe. So yeah, if you press it, it'll come up with like a portal hunt, and this portal will essentially start you from Bonta City. So what that's saying to me is the actual Enyarada portal is probably located in Bonta. It's telling me to start literally on the zap, and it's telling me to go down. So I could actually just quickly do it just to show you guys what it is. But essentially, you would go down until you see a boat on the map. Now, the boat on the map isn't an item that you can interact with. It's just an item that's literally on the map itself. I'll just quickly go through these shops, see if there's anything of interest. Just a lot of mats, it seems. 75 million for a crimson. Wow. See, I'm used to Echo prices, so these prices are really high. Anyways, so yeah, you would literally just go down until you see a boat on the map. Now, it does take quite a lot of searching about, but it does pay off, obviously, if you're wanting to get that portal going. I'm not actually going to do it because, yeah, it can take quite a while, and, you know, I kind of want to just get straight into this. And obviously, I haven't actually logged on my full team, so for me to log on my full team would take quite a while. And then obviously go to the Enyarada portal, defeat some mobs, etc. It's quite a lengthy process. So what I'm going to do is press B to open up the bestiary, and then go into equipment and search Hurtful Locker. If I right click and press recipes, I can actually have the recipes down here. So when I'm buying it in the resource market, I can just go ahead and see what I need to buy. So first I'm going to try and buy is a Mimi Castigate Tongue, which should cost us around 40,000 for that many. So there we are, it's 28, and that cost us around 26 plus about 40. Yeah, so it was about right, around 40,000. So Hurtful Locker, we need 12 of those. This is going to say it's going to cost us about 34,000. And yeah, it pretty much did. So what's really good about this server is the average prices seem to be pretty decent, to be honest. I mean, this is a bit higher than the average price, but it's only one, so I'm not too bothered about that. The Ancestral, we need 3 of those. Which ones are those? Treacle Roots. Oh, they're really cheap. I'll just buy 10 because it actually is cheaper to buy 10 than to buy, 1, and we might need some in the future. Brutax. Oh, this is the expensive stuff. So 216,000 for 12. Yeah, it's around that price, I guess. I think it was a bit higher. And then Dimensional Fabric is 74,000. It's saying 66. And I need tourmaline. This is the expensive stuff. Oh, okay. So what I'll advise doing is just going onto the market and then say buying 1 tourmaline for, you know, just try to do the average price to see if we can't fluctuate the market. So while we're actually looking for that, we'll go ahead and see how much we've spent. Bearing in mind the item on the market was around, what, 600,000? And all we have to do is just add up everything we just spent. So, you know, 40, just average it out. So 40, 70, 77, let's see, 90, 100. I'd say about 300,000 we've spent so far. But obviously the tourmaline is going to cost us about 100k as well. So after purchasing the tourmaline, we should be fine to make that item. So what I'm going to do is go on to the next item, which is the helmet. Now my tailor is 100. We need 105 to make the hurtful locker. So what I would actually do is I'm going to hold off for that because that's the only item I pretty much can't make. We actually can't make quite a lot of it. Double checking with the sets. Let's see if we can purchase any of the deceitful set on the market and see how cheap it is. So wedding ring's not for sale, but its average price is around 94,000. How much is that to craft? Wow, that's an expensive craft. And then the amulet as well, 500,000. It does look to be overmaged, but it's not a good overmage. It's losing its water damage and its chance. So if I was to purchase that, how much would it cost for me to craft? I won't bother purchasing that. So I've got 1.6 mil, so I'm trying to be a bit cautious because it's not much money. And the assay shields are really expensive. That's probably due to the sparkling pebble. Okay, so there's still a long way to go, but you kind of get the gist of it. So what I'm going to do is just crush this item, which I have in my bag. I've had it for quite a while. I don't think I'll get anything out of it, but you never know. AP, yeah, nothing. Okay, well, that cost about 10k. I bought it a few days ago. I don't think anyone's going to sell me this tourmaline. So in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll level up some professions. So for instance, we need to get the jeweler to level 104. Now what we'll do first is go into the bank, sorry. And we will have a look to see. See, I don't understand that. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm not French. If you press this little recipes item at the bottom, and you can display only items that you can craft, you can kind of see what items I can currently craft. So I can craft 2 Nelloines for my jeweler level. So I'm going to take out 2 of them. I can do 2 Wabbit Tooth amulets. We can do 3 both. So this guy is basically asking me, because I have made myself available to the public, so I'm useful. I can do crafts. Do I actually have that? I don't think I do. Craft trophy, can you? Don't think he's going to come to Astrub. But essentially what he's asking me to do is go to Cania Massive and craft him a trophy for level 50. But I don't actually have the zap, which I should actually go get, to be honest. Because it is very useful. Especially if I'm, letting myself be able to craft for the public. Yeah, I need this sap here. Isn't that hard to get? It's just annoying. I don't think he's replying. We'll still try and buy the tourmaline while we're waiting. Don't come, someone just crafted. See, that's something you need to be quick. So I'm going to get the zap just to be on the safe side, because I'm halfway there now, I might as well get it. So what this is essentially it's free experience for you. So people who don't have the level of profession would ask you via private message, are you able to come craft this item for me? You'd say yes, you'd go craft it, usually free of charge, you know. Obviously if someone's feeling generous they'll tip you or whatever, but you know, I don't really charge for it. And that just gives you some free XP, which is really useful. As you can see, we need XP for our professions, so I would never say no to, you know, crafting some items for free. Right, so we've just about got the zap, so we'll get back to business. And we'll go straight to Bonta. And we actually withdrew quite a few items for Jeweler, so hopefully that should push us over the 104 to 103 mark. So we've got a few crafting options, so we'll craft 3 of these, gets us to 101, 2 of these, gets us to 102, and then 1 Nelwyn. Okay, so halfway, not too bad. And what was good about that is I spent no money, that was just drops which I got from dungeons etc, so I actually made money on that. What I'm going to do is just crush them. I don't really keep items because it can lower the value of the market. So by crushing them, it kind of gives me, you know, incentive to start maging, etc. And that's something that I'm definitely more inclined to do. Oh wow, that was a nice multiplier. This one just crushes normal. Again, nice multiplier. Nelwyn, yeah, whatever. So we got a few runes from that. Can't complain. And obviously it cost us nothing. So we'll quickly just see. Go back in the bank. We need 2 more levels, pretty much 1.5, in order to craft 2 deceitful items. So if you go back down to the recipe section, obviously the items that we could craft, we can't craft anymore because we've just done it. So what I would do is press at the top missing ingredient tolerance, and we would lower that to 1. Now as you can see, for instance, the hurtful locker boots, which I have in my inventory, we just need the tourmaline and we can craft them. But we're looking more of the lines of jeweler. So curative pendant, we just need the Brewman's elixir, which is quite hard to get. If we press 2, there we go. So as you can see, we've got all the ingredients for like a royal amulet, but we just need the crimson pebbles and the substrates. So what I'll do is I'll take out 1 of them, and I still have ingredients to make the ring, so I'll take out 1 of them too. Now all I need is 4 substrates. How much rows of sands do I have? I've got 40, so I need 40 of them. So yeah, it's not too difficult. What I'll do is I'll go to the market. I mean, you're going to spend about, you know, a few thousand karmas to do this, but it is worth it in the long run. So we need, I think it was crimson pebbles. We need 8 of those. We'll just buy 10 because we'll need some in the future. And then rows of sand. We need 40. Ooh. Tempted to buy it. No, I'll just buy it. Yep, so we've got 80. And then we just need the substrates. Is it fascine? There we go. So we need 4 of those. Perfect. So we've actually got enough mats now to make both items. These 2 items are level 90 as well, so we should actually reach 104 from this. Just going off how much I've spent from that was 58, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48. We spent about 100,000 just to craft these 2 items. So 103 and 104. Perfect. So we actually got 104 straight away. Nice. Now what we could actually do is just go ahead on the market and sell these items. My dual magus is 98, so we can actually mage them if we wanted to. So what I'm going to do is just go to the bank, get some smith maging runes out, which is down here. We'll get vitality. Don't actually have a lot of those, and we'll see what else we need. So we need wisdom, power, heals, air resistance, and summons. So whiz. I think we've got some power ones. Yep. got some air resistance ones. And heals, I guess. I mean, heals is good for sync anyways, but we don't actually have any. Oh, we do. And then summons as well. Perfect. For this one, we just need damage and fire resistance, so damn. Oh, we don't want them. Okay, we haven't got much damage ones, and fire. I don't think we have any APs. No, we don't. Okay, so what you could do is just literally put these on the market, obviously sell them. If we look at the average price that these items are selling for, just bearing in mind that we've obviously spent 100,000 for both of these, we can sell them for around 500 to 290 each. So there's the profit. That's what you want. Ideally, what we want to do is mage it to make it so it's more likely to sell, because people will buy them. Just give it time. It is quite a nice item to have, and because it's 2 parts of a set, it's more inclined to sell. So if we go to the dual mage section, we'll start off with a ring because it should be a bit easier. So we're going to look at increasing. We're going to try to do over mage vitality for obvious reasons. Perfect. Resistances. Let's try to get 20 power. And then let's just go for a 50. To be fair, I'm not going to complain. That's actually alright. I mean, it's going to lose vitality now. Oh wow, we actually got really lucky. Sweet, I'll keep that. So that's 21, 21. It's still got its summons, it's got decent heals, and it's got perfect resistances. So for me, I'd probably just list that in the mid-tier section. That cost us not much at all. This one's going to be a bit harder. We might actually have to buy an AP rune just to mage this one. It's got a lot of sync value because of its damage, AP, and fire resistance. We could try 10. Oh, we didn't want to do that. Okay, so fire resistance, back to normal. Alright, nice. We've lost vitality, which is good, because max is 50, so we could get 100 vitality on this. We could push for a 150, but that'd be very hard to do. I'm just going to combine some resources quickly to make some better power runes. Where are they? There they are. So we'll make 5 of those. No. And go straight back in. And it should pick up progress. There we go. So we'll do 1 more of them to make it up to 21. So that's a minimum amount of power which the item should have. It's got pretty nice damage. Its wisdom's okay. You could try perfect wisdom. Now we need this resistance to be perfect. There we go. So okay, so the damage is actually going to be something that's going to be an issue. Let's try it with that. Okay. It's pretty average. I mean, we haven't used an AP rune on it, which is very hard, which is very rare because that actually would have cost us quite a lot more money. So I'm going to sell that as it is. It's not the best, and I would have preferred it to be a bit better. But if we look at the market prices for this specific amulet, we can actually see how much it's already selling for. So 106 vitality with worse resistances, worse power, worse overall stats. Its damage is awful. It's going for 500,000. This one doesn't even have resistances. So yeah, I'd say this is like mid-tier. I'd say 550. Because it's better than the one that's currently for sale, as you can see. Obviously vitality is 6 less, but the power makes up for it, the wisdom makes up for it, and the resistance makes up for it. Also the damage. And then the one below it just doesn't have any resistances. Yes, it has got 214 vitality, but it is 700,000 karmas. The ring, ours is 122 vitality. So if we look down, we can kind of see. Look at about 380, 340. So I'll put this for 320. There we go. Sweet. So we've got a few items selling in the bank for 3 mil. So hopefully they sell. I haven't overpriced anything, I feel. I think I've looked at the market, gone through market prices, and kind of just listed them for what they should be worth. The Dazzling Belt is probably worth about 90. Okay, sweet. So we can go back to seeing if we can craft the deceitful set now. So first thing I do when I try and craft an item is go straight to the bank, because I want to see if I've already got some of the mats. So if we type in deceit, we can kind of see recipes for the amulet. There we go. We probably won't have any of these, I'm not sure, because I don't think we've actually done that dungeon yet. The ambusher. It's on the Moon Island. I don't remember doing that dungeon. Anyways, no, I don't think we have. We'll just keep double checking just to make sure. Nope. Maybe we have some dark. We do. We have 16, which saves us a bit of money. And then I don't think we'll have this. And then the ambusher pod, we definitely don't have that. Okay, sweet. So this is going to be quite an expensive item to craft, but it should be worth it. Again, just see if we can still buy the tourmaline, because we're still after that. Okay, so the first thing we need is an ambusher leaf. We need 20 of those. They're selling for, what's that, 72,000? Average price was about 70, so not too bad. Domo leaf is pretty cheap. I'll buy 30 of those because it's pretty cheap. Moon hair, this should be cheap. Yep, 17,000. The Greedo rum. We need 15. Right, so we already had some of the dark trignid bark. So we only need a few of those. I think it's 6 we need. There we go. The drag and drop a wing. Drag and drop. Yeah, cheaper. As you can see, it's cheaper to buy 10 because I only need 9. So if I bought 9 of those at this price, I'd actually lose money. Whereas if I buy 10 at this price, I actually save myself some money and I gain 1 extra. So just be on the lookout for that. And ambusher pods, we need 15. So that should be everything for that item. We spent around 72, 80, 90, 100, 120, 160. I'd say about 250, 250,000 we spent. The market is averaging the item that we're going to make at around 400, I believe it was. So we saved a bit of money there. There we go. So deceitful amulet. It should push us over. 1-7. Wow. Amazing. So what did we get? We got a really nice craft actually. Perfect resistances. Decent damage. Nice. Happy with that. I will obviously mage this when I have a bit more money. But for now it's going to be okay as it is. Not going to be complaining really when it's obviously going to be costing us quite a lot for this set to be made. So the next item would be the ambusher ring, which again is going to be a lot of ambush items. The market I think was selling this as well for a ridiculous price, so the deceitful wedding ring. If this guy sells me, that'd be really nice, but because some people don't like to sell one of an item for some reason, I think it's a bit silly. I mean, it's still profit for you. I'm confused. Oh, see. Sweet, so this guy's actually selling us 1 tourmaline, which is nice. Oh, I don't actually have that zap. Do I have the treasure hunter? Yes, I do. Yes. Nice. So that's going to be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 items to our set, which is nice. We had 2 million. We've spent 800,000. So obviously we already had the Gelano and the belt. The belt cost me around 400,000, I believe it was. But for the mage, it was really nice. Like, I'm not gonna say no to an 80 over maged vitality belt with perfect intelligence and pretty much perfect agility. Its lock could be increased, but whatever. Nice. So this guy's selling us tourmaline. In the future, we can obviously get tourmaline really easy, so I'm not going to be complaining about that. It's just obviously for now we need it to craft our boots, which we can actually go do. So we go down to the shoemaker's workshop. One 9, nice. Let's see what stats we got. Pretty bad stats, to be honest. What's our shoe mage at? 104. Ooh. We could actually mage them right now. Let's do it. I think we've got some MP runes still in the market, so we could just get rid of some of those. First of all, we'll go to the bank. Obviously, make sure that we can get what runes we need. So we need vitality, intelligence. Oh, I've got the hiccups, that's not good. Damage, we need wisdom. We've got wisdom. So we need fire damage and air damage. I mean, I'll just take them all at this point. Critical. And then, I mean, summons I'm not really bothered about, to be honest. And that'll actually give us a lot of room to mage them. We actually have some lock runes as well. Nice. So yeah, I'm probably not going to keep the summons on these boots because I don't need them. I don't think as a Feca you don't really summon. And by doing that, it actually reduces our chance to fail an overmage, which is good. Oh wow, we've actually got a lot of lock runes on the market. I'm just going to take them off. I actually forgot about that. We'll buy 1 MP rune, just to be on the safe side. So, shoe mage. Let's hope we can do these justice. Okay, so first of all we want to get the damage. Let's do the lock actually. Okay. Intelligence. So ideally what I would like is the summons to drop. Because at the moment these stats are really nice. So what I'm going to do is actually go for a Vitality Mage now. So I'm going to push up to 100 as far as I can with 5s. Going to increase the agility a bit. Kind of want to get 38. Want to keep the lock, so make sure we keep the lock. 5 damage is okay, I'm going to be okay with that. Okay, so we lost the agility, lost the intelligence, lost the lock, got the lock. Okay, perfect, so 5 more. Now we'll go for a 50. Okay, so we lost 8, but we can actually put a 10 on there. There we go, we lost a summons, nice. Okay, so we actually used too much vitality runes there. So we lost 25 vitality. So I think we should Keep losing our vitality until it gets down below 100. There we go. Wisdom. Do damage 2 more. So when you overmage an item, so I overmaged for vitality, when it goes past 100, whatever you mage next is actually going to deplete that overmage by how much that item is worth in sync value. So if I was to overmage this by, let's say, 25 vitality, and I was to put 3 wisdom on there, it would remove, I believe it's 45. The sync values, I don't remember off the top of my head. I would just advise Googling. I think I'm okay with that, to be fair. It's got perfect lock. It's got pretty nice agility and intelligence, and I don't want to be spending a lot of time and money on this for now, until we get a bit more money in the future anyways. Sweet, so there are boots sorted. So let's just go back quickly to making the Deceitful Ring. We've only spent 1 million, bearing in mind. I'm pretty happy with that, considering the set that I've put up at the moment is a set I was previously using, which is going for about 1 million as well. So we've kind of just made our money back, if that sells. Okay, so recipes. So wedding ring. Okay, so we need dead glue cocoa. And we need 23 of those. Oh, I bought too many. Magic immune fabric. 9,000, that's pretty cheap. We need more Greedo rum. I think we're going to need more for the staff as well. Ooh, that's 5,000 each now. I'm just going to double check to see if we need any further staff. We do. So I'm going to buy another 10. Because it will work out cheaper in the long run. Because we're going to need 30 in total. So I'm probably going to buy 10 more. Because that means next craft we actually don't need to buy any of that rum, which is good. Okay. So what else do we need? We need the ambusher buds. 19 of those. Do we need these for the staff? We do not. 35,000. But because we need to buy 9, I'm pretty sure that price is going to go up. So I'm going to buy another 10. The headbands. These should be quite cheap, actually. I need drag. How do you spell that? Dragnoid. 24,000 for 10. That's actually really cheap for some reason. It should be around 6,000 for one, so I'll buy that. Okay, so we should have enough to make the ring. That did cost us quite a lot of money. Bearing in mind that we did obviously buy too much Greedo rum, but that's because of the craft that we're going to be doing for the staff. I'm missing one. What am I missing? Oh, I need 2 more headbands, wow. I might as well just try sell my mount for now. This server level 100 mounts go for about 800 to 1 million, which is really cool. It's a good price to see, considering we leveled that up from level 1. There we go, so that should be enough. So 95, 25, 25. Yeah, pretty nice. We will definitely overmage that ring. I'll do that off camera because this episode is taking far longer than I anticipated. So the next item is either the staff. We could actually just keep using this for now, because that does give 1 MP as well. The set bonus on this would give us... Oh god, have I done something wrong? Oh no, sorry. The set bonus for the hurtful would give us 1 MP. I was quite scared then, I was like, what? So, set wise, looking pretty average. Obviously agility is looking pretty highly better because of the equipment that we've got on. We could look to see if we could buy the ancestral treatment kit, because we can't craft it at the moment. It's too high of a level. We need to be level 112 tailor for the ancestral cape. So yeah, guys are looking for a tailor level 95. I don't speak French, so I'm not sure. 230. It's not too bad actually. It's really bad. But it's 230. I feel like that's about the price it would cost for me to make it. So I'm going to buy it. Probably save us a few karmas actually buying it for that price. I like the look of this cape as well, it looks really nice. Let's have a look how much the Hurtful Locker helmet was again. 600,000, that's ridiculous. So we do actually need 5 more levels on the tailor. We do need 1 more tourmaline as well. It's going to be an expensive approach. So I'll do is I'll just put in the stats which I was going to put in. We could probably do another 50. So that's pretty decent vitality, considering we haven't got a helmet. Or a shield, actually. So, let's try make the... Because what level Carver are we? Carver. 95. Ooh, we only need level 102. Carver doesn't seem like it's that hard to level up as well. Yeah, we're going to go for the staff next. We're going to see what we can craft for a Carver profession. Nothing too fancy, so I'm actually not going to waste any materials. Anything missing 2 items? Ooh, that seems like a nice item to craft. How many can we pull out? Just the 1. We can try crafting 2 of those. Let's try it anyways, because the item that this item is actually going to be quite good for crushing, as it's got a lot of vitality. Give us some nice vitality runes, which is what we need for maging anyways. Okay, so resource market. So we're going to try and make 2, because that should push us over. I don't think it will actually. We need what? 102, level 95, so we need 7 levels. And this is level 86. It's going to be very close. So we need 2 Scorpion pincers. Oh no, Scordians. It would have been cheaper to buy 10. How many of them do we need? Look how cheap it is for 10. Wow. Just buy 10. Oh, I actually I think I bought 20. My bad. We've got 2 of the boomerangs. We've got 2 of the nappies. We just need some bakelite or balkalite. We need... So we've got 1. We need another 4. And then we need Crimson Pebble. We need 12 in total. We've got 2, so we'll just buy 10. Okay, so now if we go to a carver's workshop, we are missing one item apparently. Must be the Scordian tail. That got us up one level. I don't have a clue what a forgeron is, so I'm sorry about that. I should really learn this in French, but what I'm going to do is crush this now, because if it's not worth me crushing a second one, then I'm not going to craft it. Holy shit. Wow. That's what you want to see. Holy hell, that's really good. Yeah, I'm probably going to craft quite a few of these now. That multiplier is not going to go down for a while. What I'll do is I'll just go to Astrub to help this fella. He needs a shovel, which is Smith's Workshop. What the hell? See, I knew this item would have been good to craft because I've not seen it in a long time. So what I'm probably going to do, guys, is craft as many of them as I can to, you know, how many karmas I have, and then just sell all the runes, because that's going to push us over for a lot of money, and that'll be able to hopefully make us fund for the rest of the set. Yeah, don't worry about obviously trying to make a set in one day, because it can take quite a while. So this guy wants a shovel. Oh, where is it? There we go. So we got a bit of XP for that. So yeah, as I said, we're going to craft this. Where is it? We're going to craft this a few more times. We're going to see how many we can buy, because that's going to up our carver level, which is what we need, and it's also going to give us some karmas. We've got 420,000. We can see that. So let's try and make as many as we can. So we're going to buy the most expensive item first, which is a Crimson Pebble. So 6 makes 1. So if we buy 10, 26, that's 6, 12, 18, 24. We'll make 4, that's a nice amount. So Bakelite, sorry. We need 16. And then the nappy, we need 3 more of those. The boomerang, should be quite cheap, the boomerang. So we need 3 more of those. And then the aura bubble. Let's buy a few of those, because we're gonna. I think 48 is perfect actually. And then finally, the Scordion. Scordion tail. This is the most expensive item, it seems. Obviously, apart from the Crimson Pebble. So if we buy 12 of those, that makes 1. So we're going to need 48. I think it's cheaper to buy 10. Okay, let's see if that's enough to craft 4 more of these wonderful items, and that actually might push us over to level 102, which would be really nice. Oh, we got 100 from it. That's not an issue. I mean, we should get quite a lot of karmas from this. Vitality runes really sell well, so I'll show you a little trick with vitality runes, just to maximise profits. We could even try go for the wisdom runes, but I'm going to stick to vitality just because there's so much vitality on these items. and that's a mil. Right there, that's 1 mil. That cost me 300,000, so it was about 700k. So what we're going to do is combine resources and go down to vitality. So 1 vitality rune, which is a 5 vitality, is worth about 197. One of these is worth 560. So if you think about it this way, 3 times 200, it comes to around the same price. But it's the 50s that you want to look out for, because people want to overmage. Where is it? So we can make 700 of these. And these are 2,000 each, pretty much. So that's 1.3 mil in vitality runes. So we're going to put... Let's have a look at the price on the market. 178. So never be that guy. Don't go too low, guys, because it's really annoying. And we'll just put them all up for sale. That's 1.4 mil. Let's see if they sell. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up here. The set is about 40% finished, because we still need to merge it and obviously get all the other items. But tell me what you guys think of the set. I think it's going to be quite useful, especially for PVM. It could take me quite a while to obviously get the set, but I think when I get it, it's going to pay off big time. So I know it has been long-winded, guys, and I do apologise for that. I have wanted to do this video for a while. Hope it helps. Obviously showing you how to cut corners, be efficient with your money, and not just spend. I found that when I did that in the past, playing this game, I would get quite angry at myself, knowing that I've spent all my money already and I got one item. So just look on the market, look in your bank, and utilise what you can. But yeah, guys, hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you in the next one.